Looking at these two men, I don't think there's going to be anything traditional about this one-on-one matchup.
Oh, man, right to the arm. Hyperextend your elbow. Ooh, what impact. Hurricane Rana. Harsh impact.
Before 2017's Extreme Rules, there were just 3 previous tag team matches where championship gold was decided inside a steel cage in the history of WWE special events. The Hardy Boys were in 2 of those matches. At Extreme Rules, in order to win the match, both members of a team had to exit the cage and have both feet on the floor.
The Hardys used their famous continuity to gain the early advantage until Cesaro and Sheamus utilized their devastating power to slow the pace of the match down. Both teams battled atop the steel cage, but in the end, Sheamus and Cesaro won the race to the arena floor to become new Raw Tag Team Champions.
Byron, before 2017's Extreme Rules, there were just 3 previous tag team matches where championship gold was decided inside a steel cage in the history of WWE special events. The Hardy Boys were in 2 of those matches. At Extreme Rules, in order to win the match, both members of a team had to exit the cage and have both feet on the floor.
The Hardys used their famous continuity to gain the early advantage until Cesaro and Sheamus utilized their devastating power to slow the pace of the match down. Both teams battled atop the steel cage, but in the end, Sheamus and Cesaro won the race to the arena floor to become new Raw Tag Team Champions.
Well, Corey, few superstars can match power with Hanson. With that in mind, what do you think is the best approach when battling such a beast?
Well, Hanson and Rowe are obviously masters of intimidation, but I think you can still work the mental game with these two.
Corey brought up the mental aspect of taking on Hanson and Rowe, and it might be the only option. Few duos can match their strength, and the War Raiders are also surprisingly fast.
Then there's the option I don't really condone, the numbers game. The Undisputed Era has avoided the War Raiders on many occasions due to having 3 or even 4 members attacking Hanson and Rowe. You gotta believe this one's over. Tyler is downright scary when he gets going like this.
He's making a statement here with this attack.
The definition of delish. Tyler Breeze can systematically break down an adversary with laser-like precision.
This could be it.
Oh, he's such a tough target.
Oh, Tyler Breeze may have it.
Eludes that one. When superstars think of Tyler Breeze being self-absorbed, egotistical, and someone who drowns in self-adulation, they don't think of a competitor who can pick an opponent apart and exercise methods of brutal punishment.
The feather boas, the custom-made ring attire, the handcrafted boots. When you see Tyler Breeze, most don't think this is a man who can seriously hurt them. Well, think again. Tyler Breeze can literally whittle a superstar down to nothing. Ooh!
Beautiful technique.
Well, the idea here is to debilitate your opponent and give yourself time to climb over the cage wall and out to the floor.
Tyler is downright scary when he gets going like this.
Shortly after Hanson and Rowe brutally assaulted Heavy Machinery in their NXT debut, Otis Dosovich and Tucker Knight actually requested a match against War Raiders. And guys, I think it's fair to say that was a mistake.
You said dumb wrong.
Oh boy, he is rolling. And Breeze said, not this time.
Oh, that's the impact.
To elaborate a bit more on that match between the War Raiders and Heavy Machinery that Michael mentioned, I don't think I've ever seen Otis Dozovic manhandled in the way that he was during that match.
Yeah, not just that, Saxton, but in addition to an impressive power game, Hanson showed incredible athleticism when he leapt through the ropes with a battering ram plancha onto Otis. Boom, what impact!
Nailed it.
And finding himself in trouble here is Tyler Breeze. It's about as bad as it gets for him.
Yeah, Breeze isn't looking too gorgeous at the moment.
There's got to be some point in the match where those thoughts start to creep in that it could be over. And then you got to dig down deep, get rid of the self-doubt, and continue on toward victory.
Yes! Unreal performance.
Corey, I think that may be the biggest win of that young man's career.
Hard not to agree with you, Cole. It was an incredible victory.
Yeah, I mean, a hard-fought matchup. And that's a great show of respect. Tremendous sportsmanship. Gotta love it.
Both legal men are in the ring and set to start things off here. We're ready to go. No one's backing down here. What an impasse.
Tag team history was made when the first ever SmackDown Tag Team Champions were crowned at Backlash 2016. Unlikely duo of Rhino and Heath Slater caught lightning in a bottle and ran through the tag team title tournament. In the finals, Rhino and Slater took on the Usos to see which team would be the inaugural tag team champions.
Oh, an elbow drop. There was a lot on the line in the tag team tournament finals. The Usos wanted to add another tag team title reign to their resume and enjoyed the recognition of being the first ever SmackDown tag team champions. The team of Rhino and Heath Slater was the team no one expected to be in the finals. Slater had extra motivation because he was fighting for a WWE contract.
And at one point, it seemed like the Usos had everything well in hand, but Rhino and Heath Slater refused to lose. After a gore from Rhino practically cut Jimmy Uso in half, Rhino and Heath Slater went from an unlikely tag team to the first ever SmackDown Tag Team Champions. Never say never in WWE is absolutely right. In May of 2017, SmackDown Live saw an incredible women's tag team match when Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch squared off against welcoming committee members Natalya and Carmella. The rivalry between these women got so intense that Naomi was in Flair and Lynch's corner, and Tamina was in Natalya and Carmella's corner.
Hooked up. Big slam.
He goes for the cover. And a kick out. Not even close on that one.
Not even close.
I think only a group as treacherous as the welcoming committee could bring Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair back together. Natalya's power set the tone for the match and gave her team an advantage. That was until Carmella's overconfidence let the Irish lass kicker turn the tide and get back into the match. And then it was elementary from there for the Irish-born superstar.
Naomi did an excellent job of making sure any quote-unquote committee nonsense cost her girls the match. Once Becky Lynch got Carmella locked in the disarmor, there was nothing for the Staten Island Princess to do but to tap out. And it didn't take long for that to happen. When a superstar's in a tag team match and has endured heavy amounts of punishment, they must find a way back to their corner to tag their partner. Something that they have to try is doing create separation between them and their opponent. That space gives a superstar the ability to move and catch their breath.
He's not looking like himself here, but not for a second do I expect him to back down now.
Corey, you touched on this before. Part of a tag team's ability to be successful is their ability to endure punishment and make their way to their partner when they need to tag out. One way to do that is to create that separation you spoke of so they have some space to gather themselves and time to make their way back to the corner.
You're absolutely right, Michael. What's the use of having a tag team partner if you're not able to get to them when you got to tag out of the match? Getting that separation is key in breaking any momentum your opponents could have. Maybe the difference between a win and a loss. Maybe even more.
Whoa, Kurt Hawkins dodged that one.
He's got to hurry if he doesn't want to get counted out here.
Time's certainly not on his side, Michael.
He wants no part of the outside.
Are we going to see the tag? And he tags his partner in.
Momentum has certainly shifted here, Michael.
Oh, flying forearm.
On the mark. Oh, boy, he is rolling.
Penny in predicament. Digging deep for a kick out.
Not yet. Too early.
He's looking at it.
Victory is on the horizon.
He's got him covered. And he kicks out.
He isn't going to go away that easy.
Uh-oh. Oh, my God.
Breaking down the opponent.
But he's got to capitalize now.
Yeah, that shoulder's on the mat. Digging deep for a kick out.
It'll take a lot more than that to keep him down. Beautiful technique.
He's starting to show signs of fatigue, but he's not appearing too worse for wear. At least not yet, anyway.
It might be time for him to recharge that battery. All he has to do is get to his corner and make the tag.
This is exactly the opening his opponent was looking for. It wasn't easy to find, but hey, he found it. Finally.
Caught with the elbow.
Right on the jaw.
You gotta believe this one's over.
In a tag team...
Oh, nasty impact. Got every ounce of that one. This could be over.
He's got the shoulders down.
Yeah, I don't believe that he didn't win this match right there.
Not yet.
Oh, boy, he is rolling.
Irish whip.
In off the tag. In a standard tag team match, one competitor is in the ring against an opponent, and their teammate is in their corner standing on the ring apron. Oh, and he makes the tag.
That was a game changer right there, Michael.
It's moves like that that make him so dangerous.
He's cheating, Ref. He's cheating. Stop being such a tattletale, Cole. No trouble getting out of that one. And I think a whole lot more. When this guy's on, look out.
During the rivalry between the Hardy Boys and Cesaro and Sheamus over the Raw Tag Team Championship, the teams became very familiar with one another. In June of 2017, it might be cliche, but it's true here. It ain't over till it's over. He looks to be...
Look out, he breaks free.
Great job by him there, but he's still in a tough spot, Cole.
Whoa, Kurt Hawkins dodged that one. The 2 out of 3 falls match that saw the Hardy Boys go at it with Cesaro and Sheamus was a throwback of sorts. What does Kurt Hawkins have in store?
Oh boy, he is rolling.
He's in a little bit of trouble now. He needs to put harsh impact.
Can he finish the job?
Shoulders on the mat. And he stops the count. We've seen some great tag team action over the years here in WWE. And
Nailed it. Right to the chest. I'm not sure how. Oh, kick to the face.
Nice.
Shut it down.
this is what makes him one of the best in the business.
Wow, I thought he was a goner. Oh boy, he is rolling.
This could be it.
But he's got to capitalize now.
Talk about having the living hell beat out of you. This is not where he wants to be at this point in this tag team match.
This is all but over.
Oh, man, he has plenty of reason to be concerned here, guys. But you know what? So does his opposition. This is about as close as it gets.
Nobody controls the pace of a match.
Oh, what impact.
That should do it. Ooh, what impact.
Uh-oh. Oh, my God. That might have just broken something.
I think this is the beginning of the end, Michael.
Will this be enough? Broken up. And the match continues. Oh, it's not going to be pretty. Boom. A knee right to the face.
This one,
He's going for the pin. They did it. Wow, what a match. A lot of good action in that one. Here's another look.
highlight for one superstar, low light for another.
Here are your winners, Eric Joseph and Jeff Carter, The Click.
Here comes the worst internet champion.
This should be an incredible matchup. I mean, both men have extensive offensive repertoires, lasting endurance, and an insatiable appetite to be number one.
These guys are undoubtedly going to give us a show here tonight.
What a stomp. Good grief. Ooh, neck breaker. Oh, man.
No one's backing down here. What an impasse.
Ooh, what impact. From behind.
Oh, going right after the neck. You gotta believe this one's over.
Uh-oh, suplex. Ricochet has been proclaimed as the future of flight, Corey. With that in mind, what is the best strategy against him?
Well, Ricochet has the cheat code in life to turn off gravity, so
His shoulders are down. Early kick out. Referee right on top of the action.
Remarkable.
Weird Corey's thoughts on grounding Ricochet. Byron, would you agree on that being the best way to gain the advantage?
Well, as Corey alluded to, Ricochet is a human video game. But I think his opponent will be surprised by Ricochet's match skills as well. He's a multifaceted superstar that presents quite the challenge.
He's got him covered. And he doesn't stay down for long.
Not yet. What a stomp. Good grief.
Oh boy, he is rolling.
Big flying forearm.
He's on the defensive here. He's going to want to make sure this doesn't snowball out of control.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves, Cole. This is just a little bump in the road for him here. Nothing to worry about.
Well, he had to expect to take some punishment here, right? I mean, it'd be crazy for him to think he was going to walk away from this match completely unscathed.
Down with a face buster.
Oh boy, he is rolling.
We've got it covered.
What a way to win a singles match.
That match deserves another look. Here we go.
Look at him go. No doubt about it, he brought his A game, as you can see here.
Here is your winner, Ricochet.
And we're ready to get this Falls Count Anywhere match underway.
And Cole, I will be shocked if we don't see this one spill out to the arena floor sooner rather than later.
Now that got those shoulders on the mat. You're not going to win any matches that easily.
Not yet. Technique.
When it comes to Fall Count Anywhere matches, for my money, there are few better than the November 2016 battle between Charlotte Flair and Sasha Banks.
Looks like he's starting to sweat now. With these two guys, we all knew this was going to be an all-out battle.
This is all part of the process, guys. He knew he would take on some offense here tonight. He just has to make sure he keeps it to a minimum.
Man. Speaking of that classic Charlotte-Sasha encounter Corey mentioned, we should add that it was the first time ever that the Women's Championship changed hands in a Falls Count Anywhere match.
And guys, I will never forget the image of Charlotte tapping out to that unique bank statement in the crowd, surrounded by the WWE Universe.
Digging deep for a kick out. It could take more than that. What a stomp.
Good grief. Oh boy, he is rolling.
He's making a statement here with this attack.
We know what's coming here.
Nailed it. Here he goes. He's got the shoulders down. 1, 2. And he breaks the cover. He's not giving up that easy. Oh, nasty impact.
He's starting to stagger a bit, but he's very aware of who he's in there with and what harsh impact. He's going for it all.
He might have it. Look at this. Oh, my gosh. He's going for the pin.
That's not going to do it.
How in the world?
Going for broke.
He this might be it. Oh, my. Uh-oh, he's still fighting. Looking to turn the tables. He leaves no doubt right there. When this guy's on, look out. Oh, man, what a hit.
Knocked right off the apron.
You know, this is just one of those matches you want to sit back, relax, and just take it in. He
Slam with authority.
just some great execution right there.
Oh boy, he is rolling.
Looking at it here. You gotta believe this one's over.
His shoulders are down.
This singles contest has a victor.
That's an incredible victory and a hard-fought one at that for this superstar.
Yeah, much deserved. What incredible matchup we witnessed here tonight. Oh, no! Apparently the superstar isn't done either.
No, not at all. The official trying to back the superstar away, but...
Enough! You proved your point.
Looks like he's going to grace us with his presence once more.
Here we go.
He's not going to keep us waiting, so let's find out.
Not making any friends, but not really concerned about it either.
Bad blood is a-boiling.
Not feeling the love for that superstar.
Well, that's one way to approach it. Doesn't seem too concerned.
Doesn't seem to be taking it too seriously.
Well, not the best promotion we've ever heard.
Thankfully, that thing, whatever it was, is over.
Not exactly world-shattering, but I guess he tried.